Zurich became Google's first major engineering hub outside of USA. The decision was largely driven by a Swiss employee, Uwe Hödel, the eighth employee from Google. He graduated from ETH Zurich in 1988 with a master's degree of computer science. 5 years ago, when my husband and I moved to Zurich, we knew quite a few friends working here. Now, half of them have already left. Tom moved to Zurich 6 years ago to join Google after graduating. His team works on one of Google's core services. However, last year, 20% of the team was laid off.
I just remember that I was a bit shocked because I didn't expect it, and it was also I didn't know it would happen on that day, so it was kind of a surprise. But because then I think they already said that I would only have access for 1 day, so I tried to say goodbye to people and maybe download some things that I would need. So then this was my
Tom's wife still vividly remembered the day he received the notice.
Yeah, he was in the toilet for a very long time as usual, and then he texted me, I think. He was laid off, and then I was preparing all the comfort words for him. And then he went out of the toilet. I was trying to comfort him, but he was actually very happy that he was laid off. And he was like, yeah.
Selina was my neighbor since 2021. Our kids used to jump here every day together. In March 2024, her husband received the layoff notice from Google. And in December, the whole family moved away from Zurich to UK.
So my husband started working for Google 10 years ago. At the year that when he was laid off, which is last year, his salary was about base salary was about 220K.
Unlike Tom, Selina's husband sensed the layoff a year before the notice.
The job before had a really good work-life balance, but even towards a year ahead of his layoff, he always needed to work extra times at night, and he was getting really intense, both physically and mentally. And after he got laid off, he just felt it was just a hard time for him to accept such a huge change in his life that he had the feeling that he had to start over again.
Also because of the severance package, I thought I wasn't too stressed about finding a new job, also because it was enough money for like half a year or so, also including my holiday payout. I went to some job fairs or stuff to see what else is there. But yeah, I wasn't super stressed about it at that time. Maybe I took more time to do some sports, also traveled a bit. I was just relaxed, and also working on some personal projects. I wanted to explore a bit, and I think ideally start my own business. I think as far as I remember, that was my plan, or maybe I didn't really have a plan.
So shared his job-seeking experience from last year. He attended several tech job fairs, but only a few opportunities in hedge funds or blockchain offered salaries that were comparable to those at Google. However, he was not interested in those fields. At the same time, many large tech companies were cutting staffs instead of hiring. His experience with RAF was also far from smooth.
They seemed, or at least said they were disappointed that I didn't already find a job. And they wanted to send me to some IT course, but unfortunately there were no spaces available. I reduced the time to the next meeting after the second meeting. And but then before the next meeting, I already quit the RAF again because it was too restrictive for me what they expected. And also because I decided I want to stop searching for jobs and work on my own business.
In general, he's more motivated after he starts his new business. And I can only see it's a positive change of him. He got a very good package of being laid off. And then at a certain point, he just wants to have holidays a lot. I feel it's a bit annoying because I cannot take so much holidays.
Selena also reflected on her husband's job-seeking experience. He got a startup offer in Zurich.
I think the founder was promising salary about 180K and also some stocks, but it's just too risky for him considering that he has a family to raise and I'm not working at the moment. And the other one is in the French area as a director or something. I think the salary is about 150K, so it's obviously too low. And the third one is the one that he took, which is in the UK, in the UK Meta office. The salary, well, because it's in the UK, the salary in the UK is different from the salary in the Switzerland. So we kind of have to adjust our expectation and accept much lower paychecks that we can get every month. But we're hoping that we can move to the US in the future.
Sean is my third interviewee who was laid off in early 2024. He is our old friend from Shanghai and has worked at Google in the search team from 2012 to 2024. Currently, he is still looking for a job in Zurich. In the meantime, he agreed to do a text interview with me. Sean sees the layoff as the result of the market correction in 2022 after the overexpansion during the pandemic. The rapid rise of AI led to resource shifts and reorganization in Google, while management became more results-driven on cut non-core projects. He also points out Google's weakness in gaining a competitive edge in cloud and AI leads to a strategic downsizing. Can you tell me the positive side of layoff?
Yeah, because this gave me the opportunity to first to take a break, but also to take some time to try something new, which then in the end allowed me to start my own business. So that was overall I think it was a positive change for me, because my collaborators are not in Zurich, so we only work remotely. So maybe that working closer together with the team is something that I miss sometimes.
I think the best thing is that he has a job, that we are grateful that he has a job. Lots of people are still unemployed after 2 years of searching. We understand it's a difficult economic circumstances, and we are grateful that he has a job and he can provide for his family for now. And another good thing is, like, so my daughter, she is developing such a great British English with British accent, and we love the school here. So that's a bright side for moving to the UK. And the downside is just, I can complain for days, but moving from Switzerland to the UK is just a huge step down in all kinds of lifestyles.
Sean texted me. On the positive side, it was a chance to step out my comfort zone and explore a path that might suit me better. On the downside, I lost a familiar work environment and needed time to adjust to a new rhythm of life. Since leaving the job, I've had more time to focus on learning, and I'm now driving deeper into cutting-edge AI technologies, shaping my skills through hand-on practice to prepare for the new stage of my career. Did Google go wrong leading to layoff, in your opinion?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to answer about this, because I signed some settlement agreement